This episode contains discussions of depression and the death of a family member. Listen at your own discretion. It is Saturday, the 13th of July, 2024. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my song of the day. Today, we're talking about Biffy Clyro again. Hey kids, remember Biffy Clyro? Cliffy Byro themselves? We talked about Mountains previously, which is from their album Only Revolutions. But today we're talking about the song Machines, which is from their album Puzzle, which is the album before that. The album, a lot of the lyrics were about Simon Neil processing the death of his mother, which had happened a few years beforehand. It also has more of a kind of a poppy sound than their previous stuff. I say poppy, more kind of streamlined, more consistent, because their early stuff goes all over the place with time signatures and weird sounds, and they kind of became more contained as they went on, while still keeping some of the weird stuff as well, which is one of the reasons I like Biffy so much. This song in particular is the last track on Puzzle, and it's a soft acoustic song, which contrasts the rest of the album quite a lot, and is so fucking good. It's such a good song, and we're going to listen to it now, of course, and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. The first thing I have in my notes here is that something I like about Biffy Clyro is that they're known for their big, bombastic, over-the-top, wild songs, which are great in their own right, but they also have like emotional, soft acoustic songs that are really fucking good. And they're often not singles. I think this was a single, actually. This was a single, yeah. And it got a music video and everything, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But, you know, when people think of Biffy Clyro, if they know them at all, they'll think of, like, The Captain, Many of Horror, That Golden Rule, Living is a Problem Because Everything Dies. I mean, all the ones that were, like, played on Kerrang and stuff, you know? And Mountains, which I talked about before, of course. And then you get songs like this, which I really enjoy. I need to talk about one of the big over-the-top Biffy Clyro songs because they're fucking wild. Like I said, the whole album is kind of about Simon Neil processing his mother's death, and they specifically made this song. I have a quote actually from Simon Neil. This is an acoustic song we recorded on the last day in the studio. I wanted the album to end on a positive vibe. No matter what you go through, there's always hope. You can make yourself happy. So that's what this song is about. It's about getting through. A lot of songs I cover on this podcast are about getting through tough times, but it turns out that's the kind of music I like. It's about getting through hard times. Things can be shit, but you'll get better, right? Like Say Yes or Undo. Let's just start going through the lyrics to talk about it more. I would dig 1,000 holes to lay next to you. I would dig 1,000 more if I needed to. I look around the grave for an escape route of old routines. There doesn't seem to be any other way. Plain and simple about his mum. You know, I would dig 1,000 holes to lay next to you. Like, he wants to be with her again, whether that means burying himself alongside her. Such powerfully sad stuff. And then an escape route of old routines, that thing of people distracting themselves from their grief, you know, throwing themselves into hobbies and old routines and trying to get a normal life. But that's not how it works. And the chorus is, because I've started falling apart, I'm not savoring life. I've forgotten how good it could be to feel alive. So it starts off in this very dour note of, you're gone and I'm falling apart. I'm not savoring life. I can't find joy in life anymore now that you're gone. Then the second verse is, crazy as it sounds, you won't feel as low as you feel right now. At least that's what I've been told by everyone. I whisper empty sounds in your ear and hope that you won't let go. Take the pieces and build them skywards. So he gives the advice that he's been given by so many people, which is, it's only uphill from here. You know, this is, you feel like shit now, but you can be happier than this. And then at least that's what I've been told by everyone, kind of throws it down on it, like he's like not sure if that's actually true. And then take the pieces and build them skywards is the pivotal line here. And it's about picking up the pieces after everything goes wrong, trying to recover and building them skywards, right? Taking the bits of your life that have shattered and building something new and bigger and taller and better, you know? And then the rest of the song is just repeating the chorus again, but after every line, it repeats the take the pieces and build them skyward. So it's, I've started falling apart, I'm not savoring life, take the pieces and build them skywards, and so on like that. And then it ends with, take the pieces and build them skywards, take the pieces and build them up to the sky. pretty straightforward lyrics, like I said, once you have the context about his mother being dead and the grief like consuming him as he tries to reach a normal life, but then he realizes that he can get through it. There's always hope. He just has to pick up the pieces and build them skyward. It's such a great image. It makes me think of, we haven't talked about it yet, so I won't go into too much detail because I definitely do want to talk about it, but there's a Elbow song called Lippy Kids, which has this refrain of build a rocket, boys. He's yelling at these, he sees teenagers on the street and he's like, oh, what are you doing with your life? You should be doing, you have so much potential, you should go out and do something, you should build a rocket, boys, right? And this is kind of what this makes me think of, you know, doing something, getting things together, building it skyward, right? Going up from being, especially as a contrast to the first lines, right? Digging a thousand holes and then building back up skywards, like getting out of that hole, getting out of that grave, you know? Yeah, just really, really powerful lyrics. The music, like I said, it's largely acoustic guitar. There's some cello in the background as well, and the vocals, but there's like a bajillion different versions of this song. There's like a full band one, there's an orchestral one, there's like obviously various live versions. There's so many different versions. I'll link as many of them as I can below. The version I will link for you to have listened to, that you already have listened to, is just the normal album version, but even the music video version is different. The music video has drums in it, which the album version doesn't, which is interesting. I like the drums, but like both versions sound good. Another thing that this song always makes you think of is, I think I said this on like the Me and My Dog episode. I used to always post like pictures on my Instagram with captions from lyrics, and I have 2 pictures from the abandoned train platform in Mullingar train station with the second verse, I whisper empty sounds in your ear and hope that you won't let go, take the pieces and build them skywards. And because of that, because I was listening to Biffy Clyro while I was standing on that platform as well, that's there. So this song always makes you think of that specifically, which is interesting. Looking at an abandoned train platform, thinking about how the world will go on. Huh? Is it symbolism? No. I mean, I haven't been talking for that long, but I don't think I have much else to say. It's a simple song. It's really good. On their next album, they did a song called God and Satan, which has a similar sort of acoustic vibe. That one was also a single and also got play on music stations, which I appreciate. It's a very similar sort of sound. I might talk about it on the show, I don't know, but you should listen to it. It's very good. So I guess that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for listening. Please give me a like. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your foes, tell whoever the fuck you want. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think of the song, of this episode, of the show in general. And I will talk to you tomorrow for the final song of the week.
Break it down.
I wanted the album to end on a positive. I would dag. I talk to God as much as I talk to Satan, 'cause I want to hear both sides. Does that make me cynical? There are no miracles, and this is no miraculous life. You can't sing Biffy Clyro without doing a bad Scottish accent.